Food waste, defined as edible food going unused, is a big problem in developed countries. As the UN puts it, 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted every year, while almost 2 billion people go hungry or undernourished. Most of this food is thrown out because it doesn't look perfect, often called ugly food. These practices are not sustainable. We must do better. The Collaborating Center on Sustainable Consumption and Production, or CSCP, is a non-government organization that works with governments and companies to create and put in place more sustainable practices. They are one of the many groups helping to reduce needless waste. This project places the user in a situation where they are confronted by surprising and disturbing facts and imagery. This wakes them up to learning more about the problem, including what they can do to improve the situation. It ends with a call to action asking them to petition their local grocery store to accept ugly food.
Welcome to the game show. My name is Matt Trajak, and today you'll be testing your knowledge about food waste, a growing problem where perfectly good food goes unused. Hope you're ready, because here is our first question. How much food is wasted in the United States? That's right! Though estimates differ, most studies agree that between 30 and 40% of edible food goes unused. For a better perspective, that's more than 20 pounds of food per person every month, or roughly $165 billion each year. This is due to a variety of factors at farms, retail stores, and in consumer homes. Speaking of, next question. Where is most edible food thrown out? Incorrect. About 20% of edible food is thrown out in the farms that grew them. Farmers feel like they can't sell them and don't want to pay for the cost of shipping it to be donated or to be used in other less profitable production. We will get into why in the next question. Why is this food thrown out? Incorrect. If food doesn't meet very high visual standards, most people don't want it. Because of this, grocery stores won't buy ugly food, and as a result, farmers often just leave them on the ground. Keep in mind, the numbers we've talked about only consider food that is completely safe to eat. Let's move on to something that you can change about your food buying habits. Expiration dates are... That's right! Expiration dates are not standardized or mandated by the government, with few exceptions. Food makers often put dates that are much earlier than the food would actually expire, because it incentivizes consumers to buy more food. In most cases, food could be safe beyond their expiration date. Food can often be stored to extend its life as well, such as freezing meats and vegetables. But what should you do if you don't think you're going to use your food before it goes bad? Could you be sued for donating bad food? Incorrect. Food donated in good faith is protected by the Emerson Act. If you have bought more food than you can use, don't let it go to waste. You can help those in need. If you continue to have problems getting too much food, consider making more frequent trips to the grocery store in order to buy food in smaller quantities. Now, let's see your score. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've learned something. There are nearly 2 billion people who go hungry or undernourished, while edible food is left to rot. We can do better. Please agree here to petition your local grocery store about accepting ugly food and making smarter decisions with your own. Thank you.